This year for me has been a crazy, crazy year, like so crazy, because nearly every aspect of my life has changed. I myself have changed in many ways. I've learned to understand myself, to forgive myself, and to see the best in myself. And last year, I remember during New Year's or around this time last year, I was sending audio messages and I was actually interacting a lot with my best friend. This is around World Cup time, I'm thinking. Maybe. Hopefully, I'm not wrong. But around this time last year, I was telling her, like, this year, I sense change. It's gonna be a year with so much change. It's not a year of change in terms of success, but just situations changing to allow for that success to come later on. And I truly believe that I was right on that. Because this year I've broken negative cycles and I've understood that also life is not a linear path, and just that it's okay to have like ups and downs and to have slow and boring days and just have fun, exciting ones some other times, because each one gives meaning to the other. And I think I've understood that. I also learned to take times where it feels like life is really testing me, like pushing me to my limits, and instead looking at it as a lesson and building blocks to building me towards the person that I want to become. This year, I've also really developed the habit of gratitude and just in general thanking God of everything He's taken me through. Because let me tell you, there's no explanation, like there's no explanation I could conjure up for the amount of goodness I've experienced this year, the amount of crazy stuff that genuinely I thought I'd never get to experience. I experienced this year, even in times where I felt defeated, like genuinely defeated and down and in the slumps. I was still grateful because I knew then my success would have no meaning if I didn't experience those times of defeat and feeling like I was never going to change. And I think that in total, I've had this realization that the things that I've achieved and I've overcome and I've gone through this year just in general they make me optimistic for the year ahead, because it makes me very excited, because now I know and I realize how much potential is inside me, and just in general how much potential I have, to do whatever I want and to do anything. My potential is literally limitless, and I've realized that this year, and it makes me so much more optimistic for things ahead of me, because I'm like, okay, if I can overcome this small step and this other, I can literally go on to do whatever I set my mind to. At the beginning of the year, I thought I was going to be on this fixed path that I could predict and control and dictate and, all these things. But even then, like I was shown. Let me tell you, I had a whole structure for my life. I was shown. That thing was crumbled, broken down into bits, stomped on, and cast aside. But let me tell you, better things fell in place. And I think that's a one quote that I love. I love so much. I used to have it on a shirt back when I was like 11 or something. And it was, good things fall apart so that better things fall into place. And that is so crazy. Things that I was putting in so much energy holding on to, these other things that were so useless and just meaningless, and that when I cast them aside after my long-standing fear of I wouldn't be able to get to experience it again, after casting them aside, it was only then that I realized how much energy I had been putting into such things that were literally only holding me back, and that it literally, it's such a big revelation. Like just realizing that you'll always get to experience better. And even if you don't believe it, force yourself to believe it. Another thing I've learned this year, fake it till you make it, let me tell you. If you're not happy with your life, smile every day. Guess what? You'll be happy because you will end up realizing how much you have to smile for in life. Like it's humans are built for change, and to fight that is, I think, the most futile thing you could possibly do. And I think I'm just very excited for the year because I realize that there's so many more things ahead, so many people to meet, so many places to see, things to try, and it makes me so unbelievably excited. Like if you told last year's version of me what I'm doing and how I'm doing and who I am right now, she'd have been shocked. She'd have been like, "What happened? What happened?" You can only live through it to explain it, let me tell you. That's just the miracle it is. But yeah,